All right. So, okay. Hi. This is really weird. I would love for you to be able to see this mic setup that I have right now. It is absolutely fantastic. Um, so, yeah, so I thought I would give you a little bit of audio commentary for this photo project because I don't think it would make sense without it. So when it's displayed, it has some text with it, but even that is something that I'm trying to like work on, and it could use some improvement. So anyway, here's an audio file of me telling you about it. So, all right. So I set out to make this project. I told you I got really into World War One for a while, and yeah, it became something that I got pretty knowledgeable about. Sorry, I can't talk. Um, and yeah, I I really found that I kind of resonated with it. I don't think you can compare life circumstances to what the people in the First World War went through. However, there are common themes that I do feel resonate with people, just in terms of what these people in the war experienced. So themes of like duty and honor, and self-sacrifice and love, all of these things are are they kind of tug at the heartstrings of humans. And so I guess I was interested in exploring this photographically. So when I began to do this project, I wanted to make the history kind of come alive for people, because this is something that's very complex. There's a lot of different views. I certainly don't have the final say on any of this, but I knew that I wanted to connect this to people because the First World War, or the Great War as it was called at the time, has pretty profound implications for our world today. And so I guess the way that this will work is I'm going to go through each of the images, the introduction all the way through the conclusion. I'll number the files when I give them to you, and then you can kind of, you can reference them. I'll figure something out, a way to deliver it. But I wanted to use an alternative process, because I didn't think that I had the ability, or really even the skill set to do this in like a more traditional style of photography, and I don't think that it would have come across the same way had I done that. So I used a process called arrayogram. Basically, this means you take your photosensitive paper and put different objects on top of it, expose it to light, and then develop it, so that you have all the parts that were exposed to the light are they turn black, and then all of the parts that were covered, they stay white. You can play with like the gradient of this, with like semi-transparent materials that will give you more like grays, rather than just the stark white black. So with all that said, let's get right into it. So this photo project focuses primarily on the European side of the war. That's the side of the war that I personally know the most about, and it's also sort of a microcosm for the rest of the war. It's a little bit easier to wrap your head around when you zoom out a little bit. I mean, you can spend years, literally years, going into individual battles of this war and picking apart all the minor details and the people who were there and reading accounts from all sides of the war, and really getting into the theory. But I think my view on it will come through as we go through this project. So yeah, so let's dive right in now that this very long-winded introduction is over.